Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy November 1st. Here we are, getting closer to the end of the year. It's another month and another time to get a better relationship with your dog. So I am Jody Fitzgerald here. Let's see if I can get this go down a little bit to show my Hoagie. Look at him sitting on my lap. I am the CEO and founder of Fitz Your Dog Training, and I am a licensed family dog mediator, and I am here to help to share with you how you can have a better life with your dog by understanding your dog's view. I've been very excited, getting close to a year of doing these shows already, and look at my hold bomb. Yeah, he's a good boy. So today's topic is one of my favorites. That I didn't realize how much made a difference in my animals' lives until, of course, I got older and started, really understanding what dogs and animals are going through is talking to them. And when I was a child, I definitely, I when I was a child, I had a cat for a long time that I found when I was very young. And my cat, I talked to my cat all the time. Uh, my cat was definitely like therapy for me. I was by myself a lot. My father worked very hard to raise us, and as a result, we were on our own a lot because my dad was working. And I always had my cat, and I always talked to my cat, and I always sang to my cat. And I just remember lots of having a really good relationship with talking with animals. And of course, through the years, when I got involved with horses and later on, now much more with dogs, I have realized how much talking to them really, really helps. There are so many benefits. We know that dogs many people understand that dogs are capable of understanding words and understanding phrases and things that we say, like when we say we're going to go for a walk or if you want to go for a car ride, are you hungry? Right? These things they learn really fast. Dogs are quite smart at learning about what we're talking about, and so just that itself shows us that they have this ability, and this is something that we can grow with our dogs, and we can get a much deeper connection and relationship with them when we communicate. There's so many other benefits like strengthening your bond, right? Talking to your dog all the time can really help to build a trusting relationship. My dogs, I can't believe how much difference it is when I talk to them all the time. If things are going on and they're looking at me, so they will come to look at you to hear how you're talking about things. They're always reading you, how you're feeling whether you're happy or not. It's such a great way for expressing your love. The dogs really respond when you express your love to them, and when you show even just a simple smile, it can really have the dog, be looking at you more and coming to you for that kind of attention. And in that same conversation, it also is good for your mental health to talk to dogs, right? It can help you feel less lonely. They're there for you all the time. Even when you have difficulty expressing emotions, talking to your dog. And your dog's always dog animals. I find that they just really love to hear you talking. Talking is great for teaching simple things like off, and uh, or down, or teaching your dog a trick or new things. So therefore, it's really, talking helps with training, being clear, like, yes, letting them know when they're doing the good thing that you want them to do. And even if they're a little off, if they don't get it quite right, when you talk to them and you make it fun, it can still be a great experience. And your dog will love to continue doing things with you when you spend the time talking and making them feel good and interacting with them. It's a connection, it's a social bonding thing too, right? It's a bonding experience. Um, Dogs, you keep for when you're in any situation, if a dog is afraid, or anxious or unsure, talking to them can really help. The more calmer voice you keep, it can really make a big difference. And that's when things like labeling the neighbor is just, that's just the neighbor going by, or it's just a car. When you put simple words to it, it can really make it seem more natural and matter of fact for your dog. Um, in in uh, in mediation, family dog mediation, Kim Brophy has come up with something, the hacks, and one of them is called the Mr. Rogers hack. And when you think about that, how if you're talking to children and you're explaining what things are going on in the world, if you make it like that with dogs and you just make simple, fun labels to things, huge, huge difference for dogs. It can make their life so much better when you're talking to them about the world around them and responding, talking about, I'd love to say, talk about what your dog is doing. It can make such a difference and make a huge connection and bond for you. Even if the dog is sniffing a blade of grass, give that, recognize it. Oh my goodness, what is that? Is that a good piece of grass, right? Like, there's so much information that they're reading, that they're sniffing, that they may be tasting, and the energy they feel from even from the environment that they're in. You talk about it. It can make a big difference to dogs, just talking to them. If a dog is fearful, and just kind of stops still, like, especially fearful dogs, when they just stop and they don't want to move forward, that's a good chance for you to sit back, to stop right there, to sit back and just talk about it. Talk about what's going on around them. Help them know that all those sounds are not something that they have to worry about, that they're okay. Recognizing, acknowledging what they're seeing, what they're feeling. All these things can be done through words and really can make a difference. Another example that's great for talking and with dogs is when you talk about calming signals, because we know shaking, when a dog shakes it off, it's like the song "Shake It Off." It shakes off. It can be like a neurological reset sometimes for a dog. They can be in a little bit of a distressful situation, and then they suddenly shake. You recognize that and you say, "Oh, good, shake it off." Yes, and it can de-stress them, and then they can learn to do that more. So just talking to them can make such a big difference, and being even aware of how much our moods and how our actions throughout the day are affecting them when we're talking, even when we're not talking to them. Um, when Togan is just shows me more and more how, if something's on TV, if I say I see a commercial from one of my shows I like, and it's coming up, excuse me, and I see it and I go, oh my goodness, well, I'm so excited. My show's going to be on this week, but I'm facing the TV, which is right beside the patio door. Hogan, this one who is now sleeping nicely on my lap, he will often run to the window and start looking at what I'm talking about, what I'm excited about, not realizing that the TV, which is right beside the patio door, is actually what I'm looking at. So we don't even realize how much dogs are paying attention to what we're saying, to what we're doing all the time. And I just love talking to the dogs. They love to hear you babble. They don't say you talk too much or anything. They're willing to hear everything you have to say. They're willing to give you love back right away. Um, if you would like help dealing with your dog, with talking and learning how to have a better conversations with your dog, I put my link here. I've started my Pick My Brain. I also wanted to throw up, I'll throw in there quickly, my other, if you just want to um, book a call and come and just come and see me or discuss it with me and see if you think I can help you at all. Please, there's a link for that. Sorry, thought I had that ready, but it's all good. And I really would love to hear takeaways. What makes a difference for your dog when you talk? What do you say and talk about that your dog is catching on to? They're so smart, and of course it's more than just the talking. It's the whole way that it's being conveyed, the way that you're showing it, and the words. I mean, you could say something very not nice, but when you say it in a nice way, your dog won't know it. Even if you call them being really silly or saying, they're just so awesome, and they love when you talk to them. Hogan, he's like, waiting for me to get out of here, wants to go for a walk. He always does. I wouldn't heard that word. He sure knows that word. He knows everything that's going on. I can encourage him to go lay down, and they know what I'm talking about. And when I say I'm going out for a bit, I'll be right back. I know that to them, it's like hours, days, weeks, months, and centuries. Sometimes it seems, when you're gone for only a few minutes, but at least letting them know you're going out for a bit and that you'll be back. Look at him. He's such a nice boy. He's my love bug. Remember, this is the guy who was taken to be put to sleep for aggression. And he has just become, he was so reactive to the entire world, and he's gotten so much better. I mean, he used to never, even if you said the word squirrel, he would go crazy. I don't know. Now he's kind of looking. Do you see any squirrels out there? We talk about the birds. We talk about the squirrels. It makes it much easier to deal with your daily life when you're when you're talking with them and communicating and helping them through all these things. And it doesn't have to be difficult. It can be a lot easier than you think. So don't be afraid to let me know what you think. Do you talk to your dog? Do you listen to, do you see no difference of what your dog hears, and when you're talking, do they pay attention? We know they sure know some words. And many dogs are smart enough to know all the names of the toys and everything, right? Like, they're very, very smart. We just have to learn how to communicate and help them and how to talk to them. So if you want some help, don't be afraid to message. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have been having some great growth, and I'm fixing up my videos. I have lots of great stuff in there, enrichment, some not very long videos that give you lots of great ideas with your dog, with recall, for getting them to come when you call. There's so much. I'm working on a lot of great stuff in there. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this with anybody that wants to have a better relationship with their dog, and wants to help. Adding talking can really help in communicating. So please share my links. Don't forget, let me know what you think. Please comment, and have a great day.